before the first full moon of 2026 rises, the air itself begins to change. It is subtle at first, a pressure in the atmosphere, a strange clarity in the cold winter night, the feeling that something unseen is observing, waiting, awakening. For several days before January 4th, the world feels suspended, as if time is holding its breath. Dreams become sharper, thoughts become louder, old emotions crack at the surface like thin ice. And for Gemini, this moon does not simply rise in the sky. It calls you, not softly, but insistently, not gently, but unmistakably. It calls to the part of you that has always known you were meant for more, to the intelligence you keep hidden, to the truth you've avoided, to the fire you once lost and are finally ready to reclaim. This moon carries a message that cannot be ignored, a message that arrives through tarot not as prediction, but as revelation. Because this full moon does not just illuminate, it exposes, it awakens, it chooses you. And once you hear what it reveals, your life will not remain the same. The whisper of the first full moon. The first full moon of the year rises quietly, like a large silver eye opening above the sleeping world. Its light is cold, cleansing, almost surgical, not meant to comfort but to illuminate. On January 4th, 2026, this moon brings not emotion but clarity, not chaos but discernment, not turbulence but truth. For Gemini, this full moon arrives as a long-awaited turning point, a place where the inner dialogue finally becomes audible, where the heart speaks louder than external noise, and where decisions gain shape. This moon does not ask who you were. It asks, who are you ready to become? The tarot spreads before you like a night sky, with 4 stellar cards guiding your steps. Sparkles Justice, sparkles 7 of Cups, sparkles Knight of Wands, sparkles Queen of Swords. Together, they create a story, a revelation, a beginning. Justice, the sword of inner truth. Justice appears first, stepping forward like a silent guardian. But she does not carry punishment, she carries equilibrium. She does not demand perfection, only honesty. Especially the kind of honesty Gemini often postpones, the honesty with oneself. In 2025, you wandered through endless corridors of options, possibilities, opinions, desires, so many that your inner space became crowded with voices. You searched, compared, doubted, hesitated. Justice slices through that maze. She asks, are you living your truth or someone else's expectations? Are you giving energy to the right people? Are you choosing out of fear or out of sovereignty? Do your paths lead you to fulfillment or exhaustion? Justice doesn't seek excuses. She seeks alignment. And this full moon brings that alignment with a strange, quiet gentleness, as if encouraging you. You already know. Now allow yourself to act on it. The moment you stop hiding from truth, half the burden dissolves. Half the confusion evaporates. Half the questions fall away. You see the world clearly. And finally, you see yourself clearly. 2.7 of Cups, the dissolving of illusions. The second card, the 7 of Cups, rises like a mirror of your inner sky. It reflects not reality but possibilities, the thousands of paths that seduced your imagination. This card is the archetype of Gemini's overactive mental universe. Too many plans, too many dreams, too many what-ifs. Too many versions of yourself competing for attention. The 7 of Cups is beautiful and dangerous. It is the realm of illusions, of fantasies that no longer nourish you, of hopes that have outlived their purpose. This full moon marks the moment where you begin to distinguish real desire from impulsive escapism, true intention from fleeting distraction, your voice from the projections of others. The moonlight clears the fog. You realize some dreams were never yours. Some people were temporary lessons. Some options existed only to show what you don't want. And finally, you understand the truth behind this card. You cannot walk all roads. To choose one, you must release the rest. This is not loss. It is liberation. As the illusions fade, only the essential remains. Only what truly belongs to you. The turning point. A new horizon appears. When the fog lifts, something extraordinary happens. A horizon you couldn't see before starts to glow with clarity. Your soul, which had been overwhelmed by choices, feels lighter now. Your mind, which had been scattered across 1,000 ideas, begins to gather its focus. This transition is subtle but profound. You begin to hear yourself again. Not the echo of expectations, but the genuine pulse of your inner compass. And into this moment of awakening rides the next card. Fiery, fearless, restless. The Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. The return of fire. The Knight of Wands bursts into your reading like a gust of warm wind after a long winter. He is momentum. He is courage. He is rebirth, where justice brought clarity, and the Seven of Cups removed illusion. The Knight brings movement. This is the card of a sudden inner ignition. Fire 1. A surge of energy. You feel awake, intensely, vividly, unavoidably. What once felt heavy now feels possible. Fire 2. A rediscovery of desire. Passions return. Purpose reappears. A spark lights up the parts of you that were dormant. Fire 3. The end of indecision. No more circling the same choices. Your path begins to sharpen. Fire 4. A new person or opportunity. The Knight often represents a bold invitation, a sudden shift, a person full of fire, an idea that won't let you sleep. Fire 5. Freedom. The chains of hesitation fall away. You move with intention, not confusion. The Knight of Wands doesn't walk. He charges forward. And this is the energy that begins to propel you into 2026. You are no longer stuck. You are in motion. A moment of acceleration. This page is the pulse of your new cycle. The Knight's fire merges with the clarity gained from the earlier cards, creating a unique combination. Fire clear vision. Fire clean emotional space. Fire renewed energy. Fire strong direction. This is when the universe responds. When you move, life moves too. When you commit, the path aligns. When you release the old, the new arrives swiftly. This full moon activates a timeline shift. You begin living forward again. And just when the fire starts to rise, the final card appears. Not to stop you, to refine you. Queen of Swords, the sacred mind. The Queen of Swords steps onto the stage as the last, decisive card of this cycle. She is not cold, she is lucid. She is not detached, she is discerning. She is not sharp, she is precise. Her presence is a blessing for Gemini. She brings the mastery of air, the element of intellect, communication, boundaries, and truth. The Queen of Swords teaches, brain, do not dilute your energy. Your mind is powerful. Don't scatter it. Brain, protect your clarity. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Brain, speak truth, not noise. Your words now have weight. They shape outcomes. Brain, set boundaries without apology. You are not obligated to carry everyone's stories. Brain, think long-term. Not every opportunity is worth your time. You are choosing your future, deliberately, intelligently. She is the sovereign of mental strength, and this full moon calls you to embody exactly that. Integration. How the four cards interact. This is not a random collection of energies. It is a precise, powerful sequence designed to reset your path. Justice equals truth. You see clearly. Seven of Cups equals release. You let go of illusions. Knight of Wands equals movement. You ignite forward action. Queen of Swords equals wisdom. You protect your direction. This cycle is alchemical. Each card transforms the next. Justice clears your vision, which dissolves the illusions, which frees your fire, which awakens your sovereignty. It is the complete rebirth of your mental landscape. The full moon message for Gemini. The moon speaks to you through four energies, forming a sentence. See your truth. Release distractions. Move with courage. Guard your mind. This moon is not emotional. It is strategic. It helps you close outdated cycles. Detach from false hopes. Stop chasing what drains you. Reclaim your identity. Commit to a real direction. Rise into intellectual and spiritual maturity. 2026 begins with a decisive shift. You are not the Gemini you were a year ago. You are becoming the Gemini you were always meant to be. Conclusion. The new path unfolds. The full moon of January 4th, 2026 is a threshold, a symbolic doorway. When you step through it, you leave behind confusion, overthinking, illusion, unnecessary connections, emotional fog, scattered energy, and you enter clarity, purpose, intellectual strength, inner sovereignty, creative fire, focused movement. This is the full moon that marks the beginning of your true 2026. It brings not the chaos of reinvention, but the calm, powerful certainty of alignment. You see your road. You know your truth. You feel your fire. You trust your mind. And the universe whispers, now you are ready. The inner threshold, crossing into self-authority. There comes a moment in every transformation where the shift moves from the mind into embodiment. This page marks exactly that moment. You are no longer thinking about change. You are becoming change. This inner threshold is subtle, but unmistakable. Your body relaxes where it once held tension. Your breath deepens as confusion unravels. Your choices sharpen with confidence. Your intuition speaks louder than old fears. You realize something profound. You are not waiting for permission anymore. Not from the world. Not from circumstances. Not from your past self. Not from anyone who once defined your pace or direction. You are stepping into self-authority, the realm where you shape your path consciously. This shift is not loud. It is steady, grounded, sovereign. And with every inner step, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to match your new vibration. The elemental alignment, fire, air, and your new identity. The spread you received is more than symbolic. It is elemental. Justice, air. Seven of Cups, water. Knight of Wands, fire. Queen of Swords, air. And now the full moon draws these elements together inside you. Fire gives you movement, desire, ambition, courage. Dashing away air gives you clarity, strategy, boundaries, intelligence. Droplet water gives you intuition, emotional purification, inner truth. Together, they create a synthesis that Gemini rarely experiences. Focused fire, disciplined inspiration, passion with direction, vision without chaos. This page marks the emergence of a new identity, one that is no longer split, scattered, or stretched between timelines. Instead, your duality becomes an asset. The observer and the creator work together. The dreamer and the strategist merge. The student becomes the sovereign. This is the identity that carries you into 2026. The quiet collapse of the old timeline. Transformation is not always explosive. Sometimes it is a quiet collapse, a gentle unraveling, a silent departure of what once felt crucial, a dissolving of old timelines that no longer hold resonance. This full moon activates exactly that. People who once occupied your thoughts fade away. Obligations you once felt tied to loosen. Outdated dreams lose their emotional charge. Past fears no longer dictate your choices. Old versions of yourself release their hold. You may not even notice the moment it happens. One morning you simply wake up and realize, I don't feel the same attachment. I don't feel the same confusion. I don't feel the same weight. The old timeline has already fallen away. You are simply catching up to the truth. This page marks the collapse of what you've outgrown. Not with pain, but with peace. The new map of 2026. Direction, destiny, and design. As the old dissolves, a new map unfolds. This is not a map created for you. It is one created with you. 2026 begins to reveal itself through sparkles a new priority structure. Sparkles a sharper understanding of what truly matters. Sparkles a deep sense of inner direction. Sparkles a calling you can finally hear. Sparkles opportunities that align, not distract. Sparkles people who match your energy, not drain it. You begin to realize your future is not random. It is a design, one you are now consciously shaping. The clarity from justice, the release from the Seven of Cups, the fire from the Knight of Wands, and the intellect of the Queen of Swords merge into a practical, grounded sense of destiny. You know what you want. You know why you want it. And you know how to move toward it. This page is the moment where vision becomes direction. The lunar benediction, a blessing for your new path. The final new page brings a closing message. The moon's benediction. This moon does not push you. It blesses you. It surrounds you with full moon clarity that stays. Full moon protection from distractions. Full moon, the removal of illusions. Full moon, the rise of confidence. Full moon, the courage to choose yourself. Full moon, the mental strength to guard your path. It whispers a final blessing. You are ready to meet yourself. You are ready to meet your future. You are ready to step into the life that aligns with your truth. The cycle is complete. Your path is open. Your spirit is awake. Your mind is sovereign. Your fire is alive. 2026 is not just a new year. It is a new era of Gemini. The lunar benediction, a blessing for your new path. The final new page brings a closing message. The moon's benediction. This moon does not push you. It blesses you. It surrounds you with full moon clarity that stays. Full moon protection from distractions. Full moon, the removal of illusions. Full moon, the rise of confidence. Full moon, the courage to choose yourself. Full moon, the mental strength to guard your path. It whispers a final blessing. You are ready to meet yourself. You are ready to meet your future. You are ready to step into the life that aligns with your truth. The cycle is complete. Your path is open. Your spirit is awake. Your mind is sovereign. Your fire is alive. 2026 is not just a new year. It is a new era of Gemini. And now, when the cards have spoken, when the moon has illuminated the path, when the inner noise has dissolved into clarity, the moment of truth arrives. This full moon is not just a celestial event. It is a cosmic turning point, a seal placed upon the doorway of a new chapter in your life. It whispers, what was meant for you returns. What drained you fades. What truly belongs to you finds its way. You step into 2026 not as a bystander, but as the creator of your own reality. Because now, Sparkles, you are no longer lost in endless options. Sparkles, you are no longer trapped in others' expectations. Sparkles, you are no longer wandering through the fog of the past. You stand at the threshold of your real path, clear, strong, authentic. And as the moonlight touches the road ahead, you hear a quiet but undeniable calling. Go where your inner fire awakens. Because the path that lights up from within is never the wrong one. The old version of you completes its cycle. The new one rises. The full moon closes chaos. The full moon opens clarity. And you take your first step into a future where focus, strength, and inner light guide you forward. Now your heart and mind move in the same direction. Now life responds to your determination. Now you are ready to meet the life that has always been yours. Welcome to 2026, the year you finally become yourself fully.